Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming into another video. All right, so Operation Get Away from T-Mobile is still bull crapping along. Can't seem to get rid of them. Why? Because the ACP program, even though they told me that they qualified me for it and gave me a, I guess what you call a PIN number, whatever the hell you call it, they give you like a qualification number telling you that you have approved for the ACP program. Then they reneged on it. Now, I've never heard of anything like that. But essentially, that's what they're doing. They're saying, okay, we gave it to you, but oh, wait, hold up. No, we didn't give it to you. So it's like when you give that to the wireless, AirTalk wireless people, and you let them know that you've been approved of it, suddenly they're telling you failed. And then telling you to contact ACP. So it's like, wait a minute, ACP just told me I approved. Turns out ACP reneged on it. Essentially what they said is, and I mentioned this to you on camera, they don't allow for SNAP benefit cards to be considered proof. Now, how in the hell did I get the card if not for the ability to use the program? That's my question. It's like, if I didn't qualify for SNAP, how the hell did I get a card? But this is just one more thing that they make it difficult for people to move on from different wireless cell phone carriers. It's like, oh no, the proof you have isn't the proof we need. We need more proof. It's like, no, you don't. You're just being an ass. That's all it is. You guys are just trying to make it more difficult for people to get what it is that ultimately you're supposed to be giving them. So I hit a snag because I obviously can't receive any mail. So it's like, if I'm going to be getting this proof, it would have to come out of my backside because I don't have it. Only proof I have is the card I'm using, for which they're giving me benefits to buy these damn groceries. How the hell am I getting that if I'm not a part of the program? So I just feel like this is more spiritual wickedness. That's how I look at it, spiritual wickedness. Because it's always something in the way of people getting what they need, and they struggle with it spiritually a lot of times. You be like, Lord, get me out of this circumstance. It's like, nah, the devil got something in the way. And this is that. This is just simply that. So I contacted Snap via email, and I let them know that they're going to have to give me some type of proof that can be forwarded via email, because I can't receive any paper mail, and I didn't keep any of those benefit papers because, damn it, I moved and I wasn't bringing none of that crap with me. When I only had 2 days to gather all my things, I wasn't thinking about bringing proof of Snap benefits because obviously I have the damn card. So, it's irritating, man. It's a real irritation of the spirit for me, man, because I've been praying a lot about getting out from under T-Mobile. My God, homie, stop sending me so much stuff, bro. Jesus Christ. Sometimes people, like, you got friends on Instagram, but they want to send you everything they see. I got a couple friends like that, and I get notifications every time they do. So it's like, Lord, bro, I'm already in a bad mood. I don't want to be seeing this flashing in my face. But anyway. Yeah, that's what's going on, man. So I can't seem to get out from under T-Mobile and their god-awful payments plans. They keep on flashing commercials on our screen about all these perfect plans, and I'm just sitting here with the worst plan in the world with these assholes and can't get out from under it. Frustrates me to no end. But that's what's going on, man. At least I have some clarity as to what's going on with the AirTalk wireless program, which is supposed to be giving me a free phone, whatever type of phone I want that they have available. I should be able to get for a significantly cheaper. And so this is something I probably should have did over a year and a half ago. But you know me, it is what it is. But I know what I need to do now. I've already contacted everybody. Hopefully they all get back to me. At least AirTalk Wireless got back to me and told me what they needed from me. But I pretty much now had already contacted Snap, telling them to give me what it is that I need to get connected with them. So at least the clarity is in place. But as you can see, I'm not very happy about this. What else is going on? I just watched the Chiefs and the Lions game. I don't usually watch too much football, but took advantage of the TV that we have in here. And Kadarius Toney dropped everything. I don't follow football like that. I don't cover football like that. But just to throw it into this video right here, homie didn't catch a damn thing. They threw everything at him. He didn't catch nothing. So that was kind of how that went. The Lions won the game on the road in Chiefs' house, and that's that. I don't follow football enough to even know how good these teams really are, but I can tell you that I have a lot of interest in fantasy football, and Kadarius Toney is on 0 of my teams. None of them. I got Sky Moore on a couple of them teams, I got Travis Kelce on a couple of them teams. I got Patrick Mahomes on a couple of them teams. I got Pacheco on a couple of them teams. But that Kadarius Toney, nah, I was ahead of that. Nah, he ain't on none of my teams. But yeah, that's also what's going on. And then while I was watching the game, I can tell y'all the truth that, you know, the reality of my circumstances came rushing at me. I was looking at my arms, and I saw the definition that had come from being able to lift my 30s weights and doing my 30 squats with the 30-pound weights. And I realized, you know, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I don't have access to those 30-pound weights. That definition is disappearing. And that took me down a rabbit hole of realization to understand, like, yo, you are homeless, bro. You are homeless, and you need to know that. You need to understand that, and the only way you're going to get out of this is if you get out of your own way, so you can get back to work and deal with whatever comes with that. And so it's kind of a surreal thing because I'm still sheltered, you know what I mean? I'm still in my own space, more or less, in this hotel room. You know, I'm able to kind of do the same stuff I was able to do over at Linux if I choose to, for the most part. But it's like, this is a temporary thing. You can't stay here longer than another 2 weeks. And then you're back to trying to figure out where you're going to stay. You're back to maybe living on the street. And so it's like, I spent these last 3 days struggling with my physical and mental health. Mostly physical, as you guys know. I just wasn't feeling it these last 2 days. But today I felt 100%. I got up and did all the things that I wanted to do in terms of doing laundry, took care of the payments, did some real good art, but I didn't go to work. And a part of me was in some like quasi denial about whether or not that's okay, you know. And it's one of those situations where it's like, as bad as I don't want to go to work, it's not really one of those situations where I even feel like I'm even in control of that. It's like, no, do I want to go to work? No. But if I have to go to work, could I go to work? And the answer feels like it's still no. And that becomes a situation where you start wondering if you can survive. It's like, yo, if I'm really this ill, if I'm truly this ill that I can't make a real decision to get myself out of a homeless situation, that'll help me at least build my way out of this, then how am I surviving? And so I had like a little epiphany about my own reality, as it to say, you know, I'm going to have to find a way to win a battle I've never won, which is when I'm trying to not do something, do it for the sake of my own survival. And that's the truth. You know, usually when I want to do something, I can do it. But when I don't want to do something, as you guys know, it becomes a thing that ultimately becomes an inner struggle that I'm ultimately losing. And right now was no exception. Today, I call myself making some rice after I finished doing all the laundry and stuff. I was like, I'm going to turn on the rice and I'm going to just lay down and just take a little quick cat nap. When the rice is done, I'll get up and eat. And I woke up and it was like 4 hours later. And I'm like, yo, I can't sleep during the day. Are you crazy? I can't sleep during the day. And it's like a part of me, it was like my consciousness said something along the lines of, he doesn't get it. Like, he doesn't get it. And that's what I was like, yes, I do. I understand what I'm going through. That's why I'm disappointed in myself. But it's like, no, you really don't. If you did, you'd be at work right now. You would work 12, 13, 14 hours a day if you got it. Because at the end of the day, you don't have nowhere to stay. You ain't got no car. And you're relying upon others to help you keep you from getting on the street. And while you're in this hotel room and you're comfortable, that's the part you don't get. It's like you've transitioned from one safe space to the next. You're not in here uncomfortable. And if you were, you would be focused on using more of your fatigue to just bull through what the situation is, rather than to sit up here and continue to coddle yourself in the same habits. And so that's what I'm here to tell y'all. Like, I'm in an inner struggle, and my consciousness is telling me that I don't understand what I'm going through. Not truthfully, because if I did, I would be pushing harder to get out of it. So it's like, okay, this is a real confusing time for myself. This is when the rubber hits the road, and you know that you're not doing enough, but you also know that you're not used to doing enough. You've never done enough. And if you had ever done enough, you would never have been in this situation. So it's like, all right, what do I do with this? I don't know what to do with this, but I think it's going to make for some fantastic conversation tomorrow at 11 o'clock when my psychiatrist is supposed to call from a block number. So it bothered me today that to 11:30 today, I got a block number call and I didn't answer it. And I knew and know today is the 7th, and I knew and know that my scheduled appointment is on the 8th. But what if she made a mistake? You know what I mean? And called me today, 30 minutes later than she's scheduled to call me tomorrow. And then part of me was like, did I mess up the dates? Is there something I did? I put it on the calendar in her office. So I know I didn't mess up the dates. And I remembered the date too. I kept it in my head this whole time. The 8th of September. So it's like, I ain't make no mistakes because I didn't leave her office without that being done in front of her in terms of putting it on my calendar. And I even put it on my clock as well. So I have that scheduled in 2 different places on my phone for a reminder of tomorrow. But nevertheless, I did get a call from a blocked number 30 minutes after the time that I'm scheduled to get this thing done tomorrow. So it's like, yo, not only is this important for my mental health, but it's also important for the benefits and things that I'm trying to do, that I stay in this program. For all the different stuff I'm trying to do with SSI, all that, I can't be missing no appointments. And while if it were an appointment that I had to show up to in person, I'd be certain to make it. But with a phone, it's like, you just got to keep your phone on. You got to keep your phone connected. It's a lot of stuff that has to go right. So it's like, I just don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess up anything I got going on there right now. I just feel like I'm not getting it right. Today was a bad day for my progression in life. Today's a bad day for me fighting homelessness. Today was not a good day for your boy BDF. And I just had to be honest about that. Yesterday was bad. The day before that was bad. And I had the excuse of not feeling good, so I let it happen. But today, nah, I just didn't handle business. I was more the same person I used to be, and I'm not proud of that. And I'm okay with telling all of y'all that, because at the end of the day, it's not desire that I'm working against. It's bad conditioning. You understand what I'm saying? It's what I've allowed myself to be all this time, and now I'm supposed to change my stripes. And so that's why I encourage everybody, when you're raising your kids and as you're growing up as an adult yourself, young people, whoever you are, whatever your circumstance, make sure that you're incorporating the right habits into your life. Make sure, if you are a wealthy person, for whatever it's worth, make sure your kid has work ethic. You never know where they're going to be in the world and what they're going to have to get used to in order to survive. And I'm telling you, as a person who's got the wrong habits, work ethic wise, as it pertains to putting up with personalities, putting in long hours, doing something I don't like doing, as a creative who likes to work on his own but doesn't necessarily know how to make money off doing it, I'm telling you, I don't have the right habits. I'm just an honest man telling you I don't have the right habits. And it's not that I want to be this way, it's that I have to snap out of it. And I've been on a long road doing things the same way. It's like, you got to picture it like walking a certain way. If you've been walking for your whole life, walking a certain way, you pigeon-toed, and all of a sudden someone tells you, okay, now you got to go slew-footed. It's like, whoa, am I going to keep my balance? It's going to be sore. Like, I'm not a slew-footed person. I'm pigeon-toed, that kind of thing. So it's like, and you've been on this long road doing things the wrong way, you're going to know how to do it the wrong way. It's just like shooting a basketball the wrong way. You got bad form. Now you got to reinvent your form. It's not that you want to brick shots. You're not intending to brick shots. You've just been shooting the wrong way your whole life. And that's exactly where I'm at. Understanding that I've been shooting the wrong way my whole life. And now I got to reinvent my shot right now. And that's it. You know what I mean? So at 39 years of age, that's a very difficult thing to do. But it's not about whether or not the difficulty is in place. It's about whether or not I'm efficient in doing so. And it's about survival. So it's like, yo, I want people to know every bit of what it is I'm dealing with. I am struggling. Not only what it really is that I'm dealing with, but identifying what it is that needs to be done in the circumstance and doing it. And so prayers is what I'm going to be engaging in. That's one thing I did give myself time to do today, though. I did pray a little bit. I prayed before I went to sleep, as a matter of fact. And I've been asking the Lord to help me make the right decisions in regards to my work ethic and just the choices that I make from here. I don't want to be someone who tells people I'm going to do one thing and then does something else. But at the end of the day, my mental health is what I'm working against, not just my will and desire, but also what is awry, and that is the point. So it's like, I need the help that ultimately I'm going to get tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and I'm going to need the help that ultimately comes from SSI and all these different things until I get this under control. And if not, I may not make it out here. That's the bottom line. That's what it really comes down to. And so that's what I'm telling people out. With all the help that I have from my family, I'm not open to just continuing to ask them for money every week, just to keep myself going. That's not something I told them I'm intending to do, and that's not something I believe is right for me. But at the same time, I'm working against something that I don't really know how to win. in terms of this battle. I don't know how to win this mental battle. I've never known how to win this mental battle. This has been something I've been dealing with since I was like 10 years old. I've never known how to win that. I was losing that battle every day trying to go to school with my mom fighting me, trying to get me to get out the house. We were losing that battle every day. So now that I'm 39 years old and I got to win this battle on my own, I'm telling y'all, I never won this battle. And so that's what it really comes down to. Mental health is something that you have to take seriously. And when you have the inner struggles that I have in terms of just doing things that need to be done, you find yourselves in these situations. And I tell people, it's hard for me to perceive myself properly because a part of me looks at the moment I'm in now and says, just get out there and do it. But then I have to look at myself in the mirror and say the same thing, like, yo, if it was that easy, how the hell did we let it get this bad? And if we didn't ever have a real problem, how the hell did we find ourselves homeless? You know what I mean? And there's choices that were made, but also within those choices were this battle that I wasn't even waging with myself over the last 2 years. You know what I mean? And I let my bill on my rent go all the way up to maximum. They even gave me government assistance to help pay that off, and I still let that go to the maximum. So it's like, yo, I'm working against something that ain't natural. And even though it seems like a very simple thing, get up and do what you got to do, I'm telling y'all that has been the puzzle of my life, all of my life. And when it comes to doing videos like this, for which people get paid millions of dollars to do, all this different stuff that I'm talented in doing, I don't even equate it to making money. I just do it as a piece to my mindset. Y'all don't even understand. Half the stuff I be doing in this camera, I just do to make myself feel basically good, better. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about providing a certain quality a lot of times. I'm just giving you what's in me. And if it happens to be high quality, dope. But the Laker videos and all that stuff, the way people really do it in real life, it don't even look like that in my mind. I'm just relieving myself of what otherwise comes naturally to me so that I can enjoy my life. See what I'm saying? So it's like mental health is a real thing. People need to understand. Even those who are most talented sometimes have certain things in their head that are awry that make it so that they don't function properly. You know what I mean? And some of the most talented and creative individuals struggle with things that regular people will never understand. And that's exactly what I'm dealing with. It's exactly who I am. And so, I just want people to understand and pray for everybody who has mental health issues. A lot of y'all don't really understand how this works. But I hope to give you a different look into a mind that I think is very unique in nature, and a spirit that I think is very anointed in nature as well, that I've been blessed with at the same time. And so it comes together to make this person, but it also comes together to be a very difficult struggle in life. And look, I look to win this battle, even though I've never won this battle before. I look to win it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not quitting. But at the same time, it's like, what does success look like? When I go into arenas that I hate and find myself miserable there, like I did in Santa Monica. And what does that look like? The open-endedness of having to continue doing something to make $1 that I really don't naturally want to do. That doesn't accentuate my talents, doesn't accentuate my strengths, or bring out the best in me in a lot of cases. Make my body deteriorate, riding in cars all day long. That's what gets in the way. It's understanding what happens to what it is I've built with all that I do love to do, and having it go by the wayside just to make $1 on this level. It don't feel worth it. It don't feel worth it. And so that's what I'm telling people, like, that's what I'm struggling with. I don't want y'all to think that I am just simply lazy, because the laziness don't even come into play when it comes to the type of things that I want to do with the work ethic that I know I have for the stuff that I love to do. It don't come into play. I've already done almost 8,000 art pieces. How many videos have I done? Over 1,000 videos on this channel. How many playlists have I done? Over like 7,700 playlists, rather. It ain't about work ethic. It's about what my mind will allow me to do. And as I struggle with these decisions that need to be made, and I struggle with how to promote my talent, I need to be able to make $1 on this level, and all the things that I have to do to make $1 on this level don't vibe with who I am. They don't vibe with none of that. And because of it, I reject it on a cellular level. And that is something that I need not do, but it's something I've always done. Same thing with school. Same thing with a lot of stuff that I just refuse to do. It's almost like I was locked into what it is that otherwise I choose. And anything that was otherwise forced upon me would get rejected with the strength of 1,000 men. And so I'm telling y'all, it's different. It's really different inside of me. And I want people to know that I don't wish to fail. I don't wish to be poor. I don't wish to, you know what I mean, rely upon things that may or may not happen to make sure that solidified things take place in my life, AMC, etc. I don't want to rely upon that. And so I'm telling y'all, for all it is that I'm dealing with, there is a self-love here that wants to see me succeed and wants to see my voice be relevant as it pertains to letting my words and my actions match, which is why I'm so transparent with what it is that I'm going through. I don't want people to think for 1 second that I vibe with not doing what needs to be done to take care of oneself. But I thank God for making it so that I don't have a wife and kids that are relying upon me and my ways to ultimately feed them, because I'm afraid I would not be right for that job at this time, or maybe any time for that matter. You know, a part of me thinks the Lord did me a blessing for not making me a father. As much as I'd love to be one, at the end of the day, you can't raise no family if you can't raise no money. And that's what it really comes down to. And as I struggle, I can do things that should likely make me millions of dollars, but I can't bring myself to do anything that would otherwise walk into those arenas to allow me to earn that money or allow me to have that type of awareness of my name. So that's where I want to get better. But at the end of the day, I'm going to continue doing these channels. I'm going to continue giving these Laker videos. I'm going to continue preaching when I'm scared. I'm going to continue to give y'all these playlists, all this art. I'm only getting better. And eventually, the awareness that I'm raising in the various places I'm sharing my art will give me a name out there in the art space. But that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, because at the end of the day, I got to get through this moment. And right now, I got 2 more weeks to live in this apartment or this hotel before they give you the boot. And I don't even know where the money's coming from for next week. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Stuff is bad. It's bad as it's ever been. And yet, I feel like a part of me is in some type of quasi-denial because I'm still not reacting to it like a man should. Working 24/7, 7 days a week, looking for everything he needs, applying for everything that needs to be done. I didn't even have the temperament to find out what I needed for the ACP program until this night while I was watching that football game. And so I struggle, man. My head is kicking my butt. And I want y'all to know that there's no part of me that wants to fail. There's no part of me that wants to laze around. No part of me believes that not having a job is a suitable thing for a man, or not having a career is a suitable thing for a man. That does not vibe with my morals. So I want y'all to know that. As I struggle with my mental health, I'm not cool with any of this. So that's all I want to say about that, man. I just want to be as transparent as possible what it is that I'm struggling with. So that as people see me fail, they don't sit up here and say, why don't you just get a job? Like, damn it, I'm telling myself that all day long. You know what I mean? And then I overthink what it is that I ultimately hate about working those jobs in the open-ended long tunnel that doesn't end at all on this level. And as systematic as I am, you just look up and realize you're going to be wasting another 4 or 5 years at a job that you absolutely hate. And so these are the things that I have to struggle with as I try to make myself go down that path just for the short term even. You know, not trusting myself to ever walk away from those things unless it goes left like it usually does. You know what I mean? So it's like, look, at the end of the day, regardless of my overthinking, I'm going to have to react to my circumstances. And the best thing I know what to do, the best thing I know how to do is to tell y'all what I'm going through. It's the only thing I feel like I can do at this point in time. So I appreciate everybody for rocking with me, allowing me to get whatever is in my head out. You help a great deal by just being on the other end of that thing. And look, all the substance that I try to give y'all, at the end of the day, I struggle with my mental health. At the end of the day, it's been a problem my whole life. And I've just started getting help for it this year for the very first time. And I've been struggling with that, with my confidence. People have been telling me I need to do more all my life. People have been telling me my work ethic is bad all my life. People have been telling me I'm lazy all my life. And I'm telling y'all, they were wrong. They were wrong. Because since I've been able to prove to myself that I can turn myself into just about anything I want to as it pertains to this creativity, I just can't do the simple stuff that makes $10 an hour, $11 an hour without wanting to kill myself. And that's the God's honest truth. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.